Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, thank you for allowing me to initiate a short duration discussion under Rule 50 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business relating to a matter of urgent public importance that appeared in the news item that was published in Nong Sanhima, dated 21st Feb 2022, under the caption, Berngem Kang Yakayau Musiang, Lada Beteng Kajing Bret Nyut. Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I stand here on behalf of the people of Jowai and the people of Gentia Hills in particular, sir. So Yau Musiang is a market, a traditional market since time immemorial, sir, for which every citizen of Gentia Hills is proud of, sir. So this Yau Musiang, it is like Yodo to us among the Khasis, which we consider as the market of the common people. The Yau Musiang market is located in the heart of Jowai Town and comprises of hundreds of shops, both big and small. So the management of the Yau Musiang market, which is under the Doloi of Jowai, but subsequently has been taken over by the Gentia Hills District Council. The Yau Musiang management is paying service tax to the municipality of Jowai for management of the disposal of garbage. But surprisingly, the Jowai Municipal Board have failed in the disposal of the garbages, not only in Yau Musiang market, but other markets as well within the Jowai Town locality, which belongs to the markets called Yau Thamme at Lathalabo, again the Presbyterian market, then we have the CNI market, and so on. The Jowai Municipal Board has not been collecting the garbages from these markets anymore, sir. So all the garbages that accumulate from these markets are stored or rather thrown right in front of the markets on the PWD road, sir. It is really pathetic to see, sir, the way that the garbages are being managed in Jowai Town. So it is also surprising that the Darbar Chenongs have also paid service fees to the Jowai Municipal Board. I wonder what the Jowai Municipal Board is doing with the service fees that it is collecting from every locality and the garbages from the locality as well are not being lifted, sir. So all the garbage of Jowai Town remains uncollected in different localities. There is a foul smell and a stench that is coming through as you drive past this road, sir. The main reason here is because there is no dumping yard. There is no dumping ground, sir. The Urban Affairs Department has failed to identify and locate a dumping ground where these garbages could be dumped and carried from the various localities. So surprising that the Jowai Municipal Board has not even made efforts to look for a garbage dumping ground. I would like to inform this august House. I think there are more than 10 trucks with the Jowai Municipal Board that have been assigned to collect the garbages from the different localities. All these trucks are filled with the garbages and they're just standing still, sir, because they do not have the direction where to go and throw the garbage. Sir, it is even more astonishing to see a huge pile of garbage that has been dumped right in front of the Deputy Commissioner's office in the Yau Museum. And sir, this is the proof of the garbages that is dumped right in front of the Deputy Commissioner's office. It is shameful, sir, that a garbage like this is thrown purposely by the people who are fed up. The people of Yau Museum, of Jowai, are fed up, and purposely they've gone and thrown all these garbage in front of the Deputy Commissioner's office. So these garbages comprises not only of rotten vegetables, the garbages comprises of rotten and dead animals also. There are dead dogs, dead cats, and all thrown out there. These are thrown, and these all are giving a very foul smell around the town, sir. So this careless attitude of the Urban Affairs Department and the Jowai Municipal Board is definitely going to lead in spreading all kinds of diseases in the Jowai Town. So I'm surprised to get a copy of a letter which is addressed to the Honorable Chief Minister on the 5th of January 2022. And this letter has been signed by a very renowned citizen of Jowai, and he has complained to the Chief Minister about the mismanagement of the garbage disposal in Jowai Town. I wonder whether the office of the Honorable Chief Minister has taken any action on this letter that has been written to the Honorable Chief Minister. Through you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I urge upon the government to immediately identify a suitable location for dumping the garbages and treat this matter at the topmost priority, sir. And lastly, I also urge upon the Urban Affairs Department to monitor the functioning of the Jowai Municipal Board, particularly in maintaining civic sense of Jowai Town. With these few words, sir, I resume a seat. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Any other members would like to participate? Yes, PT Chokme.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I rise to participate in the short duration discussion brought by the Honourable Member from Austen Ram. That is related with the problem of Yau Museum, that the people throwing the garbage in the market itself. So, this is a very serious issue. But I'm sure that from the side of the government, yesterday it has came in the form of a question we have discussed a lot of this issue. But what I'm more concerned of now the issue, it may spread the whole state, sir. But what I would like me to put forward and urge the Honorable Urban Affairs Minister, it seems that it's high time that we should have a comprehensive plan how to tackle of this garbage. Now the issue is only for the Meghalaya, that is a mutton dumping ground in Meghalaya. Issue now has a shipment to Yau Mosiang, the whole of Jowai, and also have shipment now to Ribhai district. It seems that all the 12 districts in the state, we will facing the same problem. Before we reach of that stage of situation, my request to Honorable Urban Minister, if we can take him in the composite plan, how to tackle off this issue. So when we're talking about this garbage issue, it is a matter of a concern that now we have attained over 50 years of our statehood, that the policy of dumping ground, we have not been identified in the proper location. So, like we all knew that our state, we have the 6th schedule. In the 6th schedule, it's only mentioned all the land belong to the private party, all the land belong to the clan, all the land belong to individual, all the land belong to the community. The problem here is about the land. Though that last year the Honorable Urban Minister, he called the meeting from me as a MLAs from Meghalaya and others from Meghalaya. We sat together. What is the best solution of finding of this issue of dumping ground? So for the information of the house that even that dumping ground at Meghalaya, it will take another 3 to 4 years. The whole of the land, now there's a landfill, whole the land will fill up. The moment that areas of Meghalaya mutton dumping ground, it was filled, but full of garbage. It was difficult down where to throw the garbage. Another problem will come to the people of the city of Shillong. That's the reason why, sir, I would like to urge the Honorable Minister, even the government, that now we have to put the pressure to the district administration. It is a time for the district administration to have to take this issue very top priority. How to tackle off this issue? Now the issue in Jowai, issue of Yau Mosiang. It is a very painful. When I saw in the print and also in electronic media that people carrying the garbage from the household and throwing the garbage in front of the Deputy Commissioner office, it is a very painful. If that situation arises, if people will come and throwing the garbage in your house, in your office, in the main city, it will be very painful. Before we reach out of the stage, now has reached the stage of the Jowai. Jowai now has become an urban, become a city. People are looking for that. But I'm afraid that the time will come even here in the city of Shillong. Before we come to the stage of that state, sir, my request to the government that this is the top priority. It seems that the government have to find out what is the best solution. Now speaking the facts, every government have only been trying. We need the land. We will buy the land. We will take the land. If anybody will ready to give the land, the government ready to even to buy the land. But this is sedition, I've already said, because the land belongs to us. Now the state of Meghalaya has become big and become bigger. Now the situation has come to the stage. There is no place for the dumping of the garbage. If that situation is arise, it seems that we have to take care of our own garbage. Moment we have to take our own garbage, that where we'll show that we can take care of our own garbage, which belong to our own house. But the problem here, where to throw? That's the reason now I'm sure that the Minister is very positive on this matter. I look forward that he will take a right decision. At the beginning, ministers have already focused of the private land, of the land that the government are ready to take, if that matters, second thought, I urge the Honourable Minister, you have already in his mind, what is the best solution? But I'd like to urge the Honourable Minister, sir, before the end of this term, he had already been promised last meeting when I met with NGOs and others from my constituency. Even today, he have already positive in his mind that he would to solve. So I urge the MD government or the leadership of Comrade K. Sangma, and also the Honourable Deputy Chief Minister, President Song, and particularly and especially, I urge the present urban minister kindly solve this matter before the end of the term. Remaining of 10 months, we would like to see that the government have already been given a shipment of the government for the 4 years. I'm sure that even this also, in what way they will solve, I know the ministers have already his mind, but I look forward, sir, that this matter, what the case may be, it is high time that we can solve once and for all for interest of the citizen of the state, that proper education. So if we think in other way, it is a very sad of state of 50 years. That's why now, sir, it is important to have a policy, a plan of another 50 years. What is the plan of Meghalaya for another 50 years? It is very important. I'm sure that now that remaining 10 months, I look forward that the present government will settle this matter once and for all. With these few words, sir, I resume my seat, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other member? Yes. Leader of the opposition.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to make a submission in brief while supporting this very important discussion tabled by Honourable Member from Motionram. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, we are in an era when people are talking about smart cities, smart towns, and we are here grappling to find an answer to deal with the problem of garbage. I happen to meet a number of concerned citizens from the town of Jowai, and I think everybody is talking about it. And in this, at this particular time when we are talking, I think people will definitely be asking us as to why there is no answer. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the approach has to be different. The government has to explore multiple possible answers to this problem. Now here we are not talking about only the problem and then the anger which revolves around the citizens residing in this urban area, pertaining to Jowai urban area. It goes beyond it. You're talking about polluting our rivers, polluting the planet. The quantum of garbage, in absence of their scientific management, what happens? We all know. And there has been a number of write-ups on this, trying to draw the attention of the policymakers. And government has to look at the available technologies. Multiple technologies are available. It can't be with the normal conventional way of waste disposal and treatment. People are not going to accept. What is the main problem? The main problem is that government wants to identify a land where they want to dump the garbage. And nobody is willing to give land. Same thing is happening with Shillong. Nobody is going to give you land if we want to just take the garbage and dump somewhere without inducting any available technology to ensure that the waste disposal is not in that conventional mode anymore. It will require money, but it will require the will. The will is missing. In fact, there has been a number of discussion in 2016, 17, 18. Because when we talk about the question of adopting certain technologies, we have to find as to what is that available technology which will best suit our purpose. keeping in mind the quantum of garbage. We're talking about small towns, where the garbage disposal obviously will have to be linked to the available technology, where the scales of the garbage is also a question. The quantum, the aggregation. If we look at the solution of garbage disposal of Shillong in silo, garbage disposal of Jowai Town in silo, it will be more difficult. Aggregate it. I would like to submit before this August House. We have to aggregate this whole garbage which is required to be treated and disposed of. Adopting technology, available technology. Number of technologies are there. You have to only look at which will best suit our purpose. In absence of that, it will remain unresolved. So may I therefore urge the government to really be serious on this. This is not a problem which was confronted by us just yesterday. It has been there. It has been there. And I know it must have been really creating problem for the elected representative, the local MLA. He will lose the election if this is not resolved. It's going to be difficult. Therefore, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I think it also reflects as to where the government's focus is. If this is not a problem which should draw undivided attention and focus of the government, then what type of problem will draw the attention of the government? We have been seeing on number of counts. You don't have teachers, the children are not able to go to the school. That is not a priority. This is a garbage problem, stinking the whole town. It's not a priority. Which is the priority then? Therefore, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to urge upon the government to live up to the expectations of the people. At least try to live up to the expectations of the people and show some sincerity and demonstrate the will and give the priority, set the priorities right. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir.
If there is no other member to participate, may I request the Minister concerned to make a reply.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, first of all, I would like to thank Sri H.M. Shampiang, the Honourable Member from Moshandram, Assembly Committee, for raising these very important issues which appear in the Nongsa Nima dated 21st February 2022 under the caption that Birmingham Kang Yakayo Musiang Ladapteng Yakajing Brand Newt. And also I would like to thank the other Honourable Member, Ba P.T. Sokmai from Meghalaya Constituency, and Honourable L.O. Dr. Mukul Sangma. It provides me an opportunity to highlight some pertinent issues pertaining to disposal of waste in Jowai Town. Before I come to the issues raised by Honourable Member, let me brief this August House on the underlying issues pertaining to solid waste management over the years, focusing primarily on the problem faced in Jowai. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, solid waste management has emerged as one of the main challenges for the urban areas of the state. And with implementation of the SWM Rules 2016 and subsequent rulings of the Honourable entity in OA 606 of the 2008 to comply with rules within the specified timeline provided therein, the subject matter has gained utmost importance, and it may be mentioned amongst many other things highlighted in the rules. Identifications of a permanent landfill site is one of the key focus areas. The day-to-day work, including management of waste and its disposal in Jowai Town, except Yautma in Latrobo, is carried out by the Jowai Municipal Board under the supervision of its chairman and chief executive officer. The management of waste and its disposal in Yautma in Latrobo, Jowai is the responsibility of the Giant Hills Autonomous Council, and the role of district administration is to provide guidance and support to the Jowai Municipal Boards and the Giant Hills Autonomous Councils whenever the need arises. The problems of management of waste and its disposal in Jowai Town is a long pending issue, And the main problem that hinders efficient management of waste and its disposal in Jowai Town is that both the Jowai Municipal Board and the Giant Hill Autonomous Council do not have the permanent sanitary landfills and dumping site. Over the years, Jowai Town has used the disposal facilities which belong to the Giant Hills Council located at Meghalaya. And however, due to non-scientific disposal of garbage, the 7 villages with Penthor, Langton, Omsalang, Skenpersit, Mopot, Marantrapait, and Mosakia and Something opposed the dumping of waste to Meghalaya with effect from 19 March 2021. Consequently, the Jowai Municipal Board in particular and the Jowai Town in general face the problem of disposing the waste generated. However, with interventions of the district administrations, a memorandum of agreement between the GHADC, Jowai Municipal Board, 7 villages, and also the Khasi Student Union, Sinjuki Wahai Shinong, Warjantia was signed on the 14th August 2021 for utilizations of the Meghalaya dump site for the period of 3 months, with the effects of 14 August 2021, and following which the Jowai Municipal Board once again started to dump the waste to Meghalaya till 14 November 2021. And the news item which appeared in the Khasi newspaper Nongsang Hima dated 21st February 2022 under the caption Berngem Kang Yaka Yo Musiang Lada Ptengka Jingbren Nyut is being viewed as a positive step taken by the Dorbar Shnong Tampang Yo Musiang to sensitize and educate the shopkeeper, the residents and the public at large. That the waste educate the shopkeepers, residents and the public at large. That waste management is a shared responsibility of all the stakeholders. And the Dorbar Shnong Tampang Yo Musiang expressed their displeasure against some of the vested interests who took advantage of the situation by dumping of waste, including carcasses from other places into their jurisdiction just near DC office Jowai and Lat Phamajun College. The district administration is aware of the situations and accordingly made meetings with the Sinjuki Wahai Shinong Jowai Urbans have been convened from time to time to address their concern. The Jowai Municipal Board signed few agreements with other villages for new temporary landfill sites, for example in Mochutrai and also in Mokep and Mantriangs for temporary landfill site. And however, there are many disruptions that affected the disposal of waste at this new site. The government has taken proactive steps to find permanent solutions to the long-pending issues of waste management and its disposal in Jowai Town. Some of the steps taken by the department to get the permanent sanitary landfill for waste management and its disposal of Jowai Town, including the following. Number 1, public notice inviting landowner to offer land for permanent sanitary landfill was published by the Jowai Municipal Board on the 9th August 2021. And the district level task force with the Director of Urban Affairs asked the chairman after due considerations and after request inspection has recommended the land at about 100 acres located at Moshutsdai, Maukabeng, and our Thalsken block to be used as a permanent landfill. And also meeting with the 4 headmen of the surrounding villages, having an awareness program to discuss the landfill issues, also was convened by Deputy Commissioner West Hill Districts on 24th January 2022. An awareness program in all the 4 villages mentioned about were held in Larnai and Sopo on 31st December 2021 and Nongkro and Thad Musem on 3rd February 2022 to sensitize the people on the importance of the sanitary landfills and to clear any misconception they may have about it. And also awareness program on scientific waste management and proposed landfill with the Sinjuki Rongba Shnong Rilum Jaintia, Sinjuki Rongba Shnong Jowai Urbans and NGOs was also convened by the Deputy Commissioner on 28 February 2022. And a public hearing to record views, suggestion of stakeholders on the proposed sanitary landfill at Mochutrai, Mokabeng village was conducted. on the 4th, this last Friday, and we are waiting for the Deputy Commissioner reports on the proceedings of that hearings. Mr. Speaker, we will examine the report of the Deputy Commissioner on the proceeding of the public hearing held on the 4th March 2022, and before deciding on the future course of actions. Having said that, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the department is committed on resolving the issues of waste disposal in Jowai at the earliest. At the same time, keeping the sentiments and the interests of the local publics in mind. But we all put our best foot forward in finding a lasting solution to this problem. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, if all the formalities and procedure are fulfilled with the present place that we had inspected by the departments, then the land may be acquired by the governments, and in the process for setting up the scientific waste processing plant will follow accordingly. And all the other important points, suggestions by the other member has been noted by me. So, Mr. Speaker, once again, I would like to thank the honourable member for moving this important short discussion, which give me the opportunities to highlight in this August House. And we from the government, we are very, very serious on these issues. Yes, we are committed to solve this issue, but maybe just a matter of time, because there are a few other places we are yet to inspect. So one has been done already, and another 3-4 places we are going to inspect by the department, and hopefully in short time we will be able to solve this problem. With this few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I resume my seat.
Hema, you may seek word clarification.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank the Honourable Minister in charge of Urban Affairs for his efforts in giving us a reply, though I'm not very satisfied with it, sir. Not satisfied for the fact that I think the Honourable Minister is giving us the roadmap of what the department plans to do and what the department is already doing. I can understand and appreciate the efforts being made by the department, that they are trying to look for a landfill site, they're trying to have committees, they're trying to have public hearings, they're trying to have all kinds of meetings. But what do we do with this garbage, which is right in front of our nose? This is a picture which I have taken a printout of this morning, Mr. Speaker, sir. This is the garbage in front of the Deputy Commissioner's office, which have not been lifted this morning. I would love to come with the latest information, and that is how I got it through a WhatsApp photo from Jowai, from a citizen. So, but what do we do now, sir? Are we going to wait for the landfill to be ready? Till then, the pile of garbage keeps on becoming like a mountain. I want that categorical answer, sir, from the minister. Sir, the garbages are not being lifted. I understand the procedures are there, how to acquire a land. But till that time, what is the immediate solution to this garbage that is being accumulated all over the town of Jowai? Can I have that answer from the Honourable Minister, sir?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I have already replied that while we are waiting for permanent landfills, 3 places has been already acquired for the temporary dumping. Maybe this is the 4th this morning, but to my knowledge that, and we will take immediate step for this. So, because acquiring the permanent landfill is, we have to follow some certain procedure. But anyway, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to inform that we are taking serious note on this issue. So whatever the complaint by the other members, so I will take the serious note on it. So hopefully, I think in a short time we'll be able to solve this problem. The government is serious on it. We are committed. We know this serious issue, not in Jowai, even almost all around the state. So therefore, we are committed to face all the issues faced by our own people. So therefore, if there is any issue that what other member has mentioned just now, maybe there is garbage still there. So I will take this matter immediately at my level.
Sir, I'd like to know if the Honorable Minister is saying there are already 3 temporary dumping yards. May I know where are these dumping yards located?
Mr. Speaker, so one is in Mokhep, one is in Triang, one is Chiliang Mantang, all is under one is 2 is in West Jaintia Hills and 1 is in East Jaintia Hills.
So, sir, if actually there are temporary dumping yards, then why is this garbage being accumulated in Jowai? They could have been lifted and thrown in those temporary dumping yards. That is my question, sir. Sir, is this action going to be taken immediately, or the people of that area, of those 3 temporary dumping yards, are not allowing the garbages to be thrown there, sir? So this is the issue. If those temporary dumping yards have been allowed by the local people of that village, these garbages would not have been accumulated in Jowai Town, sir. I think the minister is not giving us a clear picture on that situation, sir.
Mr. Speaker, so I already replied that action will be taken immediately for this garbage which is lying now presently in Jowai.